Hey y'all, it's your girl Skyla Star here, and I'm back with another video. And as y'all can see, we're making a tumbler. This video has two tumblers in it, and it's made the same way, different colors. Y'all see along the lines. However, semicolon, comma, period. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I did a voiceover and explained to you guys exactly what I do and how I make my tumblers. So right here is me putting the glitter inside of the tumbler. I rotate between a massager or a weeding tool, a brush. I rotate between the three because this massager thing is very messy. I be wasting a lot of glitter. So I need to find another way how to put the glitter inside the tumbler without getting glitter all over my table and my floor, and it be looking like shimmer and shine over here. Okay, so that's what I'm doing right here. And y'all see I'm wasting glitter, and I switch back to the weeding tool because I feel like the weeding tool is much easier. I put water inside of the bottom of the tumbler so it can help the glitter not stick to the brim of the cup. It's just a little bit of glitter, water. So yeah. So once I'm finished putting in all of my glitter and filling it a little bit up with my solution, I try to mix up the glitter, pour some alcohol inside to get rid of all the little micro air bubbles, and I shake it around, move it around so the solution could get through all of the glitter and mix up well and all of that stuff. So that's what I'm doing right here. So I flip the cup upside down, I cover the hole with my finger and flip it around and everything else. Here I'm using one of my Gorilla Dots to temporarily seal the hole. Now I'm not sealing it completely. This is not my final thing. I like to temporarily seal it, flip it around, and rub the cup in between my hands and all of that stuff, and work the solution through the glitter at the brim of the cup. So that's how I try to get the air bubbles out. Now here is the second cup. It's the same process, so I'm not going to talk through, but this time I'm doing it a little different. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to weed out my design. I weed out the design for this one first before I sealed it. And I wanted to see which way I like better. I like filling it up first and then sealing it, so this way I can see exactly where everything is going to go and how it will look. Now this is the stencil vinyl from Cricut because I use the stencil vinyl to mark where I want my cup to be designed at, and then I spray paint it. And y'all don't see that part because I have to go outside and all of that stuff. So I'm using the stencil to mark where the spray paint is not going to be covered. So everywhere the stencil is blue at, you're going to be able to see through the cup, and that's where my decal is going to go. So it's just a lot to make these tumblers, and I really enjoy it because I turn nothing into something. I turn a plain tumbler into a totally different type of tumbler, and I just love what I do. So I'm jamming out. As y'all know, I listen to the copyright music, and y'all listen to the copyright-free music. Y'all know it all already. So yeah. Alright, so now that it's all weeded out, I am using my, what's that called? I forgot. Transfer paper. I'm using the transfer paper to take the stencil off of the paper and putting it on the tumbler. Okay, and I also use the Cricut transfer tape to do this. The Cricut tape gave me a run for my money when I first started using it, but I really do like this one over any other transfer tape that I have used. Okay, even the contact paper don't got no hands on the Cricut transfer tape. So I'm actually bringing the cup to life with my designs right now, and I'm cutting the stencil into pieces to where I'm going to be making the tumbler, if that's what it is. I don't know, child. I'm just cutting the stencil apart to where I want the stencil to go, and I'm putting it on the cup with my little squeegee thing that I got with the thing I ordered from Morphe Amazon to hold the cup into place. And I am going to design the tumbler in front of your eyes. For this part, there's really no rhyme or reason way, right or wrong way that you can actually do this part. It's all how you want the tumbler to be. So I'm just taking the stencil and putting it where I see fit and how I want it to lay and everything else like that on the tumbler. That's all I'm doing. So there's no right or wrong way on how you do this part. It's how you want the tumbler to look at this point. So here's the design of the tumbler, and now it is all spray paint and dried. I am going to weed out the stencil part, and you have to be very, very careful because you can scratch the spray paint off of the tumbler. So be careful when you're doing this part. I'm weeding it out, and remember I said wherever the stencil was, that's where you're going to be able to see through the cup. So because the cup is now spray painted, I will typically look inside of the cup to see exactly where the stencil is if I can't see it. So I will do that from time to time, but I haven't had a problem with being able to peel up the stencil. Now the spray paints that I use for this particular tumbler is the Color Shot, because this is a neon pink tumbler, and neon pink is kind of like sheer and everything else. I did spray paint the cup white first, and then I spray painted it neon pink. I used the Color Shot for the white and the Rust Olum or something like that. I used that fluorescent pink for the hot pink, and that's how the tumbler came out. I'm showing you how the cup looks and everything, or I did that already. I'm weeding out the actual designs, which are called decals, and I'm going to do an overlay method for this tumbler. Now this is going to be a Starbucks dupe tumbler. This is the tall size, and we do offer this size on our website. The website is down. I'm doing some behind the scenes work on the website right now, so it will be up, which it's kind of crazy, but this is going to be a permanent design on the website. I'm doing more permanent designs for the selfmadebrand.com because customizing is fun, but I need something that's more permanent to make my brand stand out a little bit more. So yeah, this is a Starbucks dupe cup. So yeah, it comes with the Starbucks logo, and on the back it says sweet like candy on the back, and it does have an overlay. Now the way the design is how your cup will come on the website from me or whatever. So yeah, I overlay the vinyl, and then I am using the Cricut transfer tape to do everything. I take a little bit of alcohol to wipe off the acrylic, make sure there's no fingerprints on it, and then I lay my overlay down, and I will use my squeegee to squeegee it on and all of that type of stuff. So yeah, that's how the tumbler comes to life. Now the candy stays how it is because I don't put a decal on the candy or anything like that. I leave it clear so you could be able to see the glitter through the candy. So now I am putting the glitter in it, and we're back to the original cup, which is the first cup that I made, and I'm putting epoxy over it. I didn't show me putting epoxy over the pink cup because it's actually the same process. This is the Tiffany blue sweet like candy tumbler, and as you can see, the design is different. I try to put the candy different places so no cup is actually the same. The Tiffany design do have more candy on it than the pink one, but that's okay because it's still cute and unique. So here I take my butane lighter and I pop any bubbles that may have risen to the top of the cup, and I do that for a few seconds, and I have like masking tape at the bottom of the tumbler to protect the bottom from getting resin on it, so that's me peeling it off. But I also temporarily sealed the tumbler so I can't take the tape completely off, so I just bunched it together and left it there because it was actually stuck to the Gorilla Dot. So I just left it spinning like that because it was on the Gorilla Dot and I didn't want to peel that off. Also, what I do is, because I don't cover the brim of my cup, I take a napkin with alcohol and I wipe any epoxy that may have fallen on the rim of the tumbler as well as the bottom of the tumbler. I know I could take my X-Acto knife and just scrape it off afterwards, but I'm scared that I'm gonna mess up the tumbler, so I just take a piece of alcohol and on some tissue and wipe it off. And that's it, y'all.